Welcome back. Exactly 20 to 8. Now, in a new survey, almost a fifth of young people not currently in employment, education or training, or NEETs, as they're commonly known, say they don't think they will ever have a full-time job in their lifetime. That's 1 in 5 think that. That's despite the annual biggest fall in unemployment since records began.
Well, we spoke to 20-year-old Ben Hanley, who was living on the streets until he got help from the Dame Kelly Holmes Foundation, which carried out the survey.
At the time, I was working at the Olympics. It was a 0-hour contract. I didn't really know that I should have been saving at the time. So I went from, having very good income, just losing everything and then being on the street. During the time I was at the trust, it helped me get a lot more motivated, get me out of being quite down and depressed about it in a way. And so through that, it just gave me a lot more up and go to go out there, get a job and eventually get a flat. Well, through that, just the fact I can have a roof over my own head, I've got a kitchen to cook my own food in now, it means a lot. And the fact I've now got my own income coming in, I can start planning the future, start planning the holidays, possibly getting a house, go and get a mortgage. You can't really have those sort of dreams when you're homeless.
So let's speak to the wonderful Dame Kelly Holmes, who joins us now from Kent. Good morning to you. So your foundation, which is obviously, as we can see from that report there, does great work with young people who feel they've possibly got no hope elsewhere. Why do you think then that 1 in 5 of the people that your foundation spoke to felt like they would always be on benefits and never have a job?
Well, I think all the young people that we've worked with through my trust have basically felt that they are in a situation that they have no opportunities, they don't feel supported enough, and they probably feel like there is no hope because of the environment that they're in. And I suppose what we try and do with the young people that come on our programme, and let's face it, there's probably millions out there that you've heard through the report, what we try and do is raise their aspirations, their self-esteem and their confidence, but we do that through personal development programmes with our retired athletes as mentors. And we believe a role model is really, really important for that success, because you're giving someone that real outlook in life that they maybe didn't have beforehand.
Kelly, like you say, we heard in the report from Ben, whose life has been changed immeasurably by your foundation. But the government, of course, will argue that we've just had the biggest drop in the number of unemployed young people. The NEETs, as they're called, at the lowest level that it's ever been for 9 years. And in their words, your report paints an unnecessary bleak picture about the situation. What's your reaction to that?
I think, you have to have truth around what is the situation out there, and, you have to speak to the people that is affected. And if young people are saying, I don't think I am going to ever get out of this environment that I'm in, I'm not going to get a job, you have to stand up and listen, because why is that? It's not that there aren't necessarily jobs available for them, it's about them as individuals, maybe not having that belief and the direction that other people may have. And then what you have to do with them is actually go, well, where are your strengths? What do you think you can do? What are your hopes? And sometimes people don't have somebody to sit down to and give them that real push. I remember when I was at school, I was no good at school at all. And it was only because of sport and my PE teacher, Debbie Page, who pushed me and said, Kelly, you've got to start believing in yourself. And she got me to go to the athletics track, and that's where I started. And that then made me feel worth something. I felt actually I had something to give, and that's why we try and think that young people need a guidance, and that's what we do in the trust.
Fantastic stuff. Thanks very much, Dame Kelly Holmes, for speaking to us this morning.
That's clearly doing